Hello, good afternoon. I hope you are having a great and enjoyable day. Today we'll begin studying the past perfect. Finally, right? Why do I say finally? Because in the last videos we have seen the present perfect continuous, differences and similarities between the verb tenses, the simple past versus the past, present perfect, and so forth. And today, finally, we turn this page. It's still a perfect tense, of course, but it's no longer the present perfect. It's the past perfect. It's a different context. Of course, it will involve other verb tenses as well. It's not difficult. It's the same structure as we may see right now. Let's get going, shall we? Okay, so let's remember what we are studying now. The past perfect is a perfect tense, okay? So it involves the verb to have in some way. It has the past participle in some way as well. But the context in which we use is entirely different. What is the main structure of the past perfect? It's verb have in the past, had, plus the main verb in the past participle. Okay? The past perfect happens when we have a story, right? We have two actions in the past. We have now. The action has no connection with now because it's past, okay? We have two actions in the past. This action happened first, and this action happened second. The starting point of the story. So what happened before something else? For example, I arrived home. It's a past tense, okay? It's an action that happened in the past. Let's suppose something happened before my arrival home, at home. Let me see. I arrived home. My brother had dinner. So which action happened first? It may vary, okay? In the first example, I will consider that I arrived home first. So, my brother arrived home. I'm confusing here, things here. My brother had dinner. When my brother had dinner, I had arrived home. I had already arrived home. So my brother had dinner. It's a second action. I had already arrived home. So what happened before my brother had dinner? I had arrived home. So this action happened before another action in the past. Okay, so the past perfect is used when you have an action that happens before another action in the past. Let's change the position, right? Let's consider now that my brother had dinner first, okay? So, when I arrived home. My brother had already had dinner. Had, okay, plus the verb in the past participle. Remember, had already, which is an adverb that we use in such contexts. I want to say that I had already had dinner. My brother had already had dinner. This had is the main verb in the past participle. This had is the had from the structure of the past perfect, okay? All right, let's see some more examples. When, let me see. When the police got to the bank, the thieves had escaped. So the police got to the bank, right? There was a call to the police saying that the thieves were robbing the bank. But the police got there too late. It was too late because the thieves had escaped already. So you have two actions in the past. The first action is the thieves escaping. So the thieves escaped first, and then the police got to the bank. Remember, both actions have no connection with the present. Okay? As I have already, as I had already watched this movie, I didn't want to go to the movies. Again, it's the same thing. We have two actions in the past. Let's suppose that there is a movie, a new movie in the movies, in the cinema, or go to the movies or go to the cinema, right? The Americans say go to the movies. There is a new movie there, but someone invites you to go to the movies and you refuse the invitation. Why? Why don't you want to go? Because I have already watched this movie. So, I had already watched this movie. So the first action in the past was my watching of the movie. I had already watched the movie, and go to the movies, or at least the attempt or the invitation of going to the movies, was the second action. Both actions have no connection with now. They are actions entirely in the past. Okay? Alright, next video we'll see more examples of this verb tense. Bye bye.